So I'm Professor Adrian and I'm a research leader in the Department of Paleontology at the Natural History Museum in London. Well, I'm interested in looking back into the past at why species went extinct and trying to use that as a lesson to understand what's going on today and what might happen today. So I've been studying the woolly mammoth, which is actually a close relative of the living elephants and which died out only a few thousand years ago. And we're learning there that what caused the extinction of the woolly mammoth was first loss of its habitat through climate change, and second, probably hunting by prehistoric people. And if we look into the present situation with the Asian elephant, what's happening to it? It's losing its habitat and it's being hunted. And our view is that it's when you have a combination of factors that are stressing a species, not just one by itself, but several things. We've got climate change, we're removing the natural habitats, we're chopping down forests, and we're still poaching, is when you're putting a species in very grave danger. So that we're trying to use that lesson from the past, really, to warn people about what might happen in the present. Well, we have the Asian elephant, which is the more endangered of the two, where there are only about 30 or 40,000 left in the wild. And they are split into lots of little populations, so although that may sound like a lot, it really isn't at local level. And the African elephant is doing somewhat better. There's still about 400,000 left in the wild. But both of them have big space requirements, big food requirements. They are vulnerable to encroachment, destruction of their habitat, and poaching, which is still going on for their ivory. I think there's a lot of doom and gloom. I've been telling you about the problems that we face in conserving these animals, but above all, people, ordinary people, need to be inspired, need to feel part of it, need to feel motivated, when that happens, then people in a position to actually influence things, our governments, the multinationals, we have the votes, we have the purchasing power, and if we ordinary people are moved by the plight of elephants and all the other animals, then ultimately we can make something happen. And reading that book, I have that sense of inspiration. Anyone looking at this cannot fail to be moved by it, both in terms of the images and the words, and take something away from it. That conservation and the importance of the natural world, will stay with them.